Thanks for watching Paradise Press JA. Now, because I love horror, I'm totally getting into Tania Miller, a British Jamaican actress I've been loving watching in 2 different series so far. Now, obviously, horror aren't the only projects that Miller is a part of, but my first encounter seeing her in action was the limited series The Fall of the House of Usher that was released last year. Not only is this show an epic series with great and diverse representations of LGBTQ people, I couldn't help but notice after doing a little research that the British star Tania Miller, who absolutely killed this role, is representing Team Gay Jamaica. Tania Miller, who plays Victorian Usher in this miniseries, is an accomplished lesbian actor with Jamaican roots. For those who don't know, yours truly is Jamaican Canadian, so I love to see my fellow gay Jamaican family talk about their experiences publicly and take up space on the screen. In an interview with The Guardian Online, the actor talks about coming out to her mom and growing up as a gay kid in London, being raised around Jamaican music like reggae and bashment, only to realize her sexuality wasn't accepted. I loved her in this chilling role, and I'm glad she's sharing her story so that other LGBTQ people from Jamaican families feel more comfortable telling their own stories and chasing their dreams. The Fall of the House of Usher is a critically acclaimed dramatic horror series that does a fantastic job of shifting between reality and fantastically horrifying imagery within this story, which is based on and composed of different short stories and works from the acclaimed 19th century American author and poet Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe was particularly known for his thrilling and haunting stories, many of which inspired the horror of this miniseries, including its name. The Usher family drama is all about Roderick Usher's family legacy of wealth and children born out of wedlock. Usher himself has 6 different children from 5 different mothers, but unlike how he was raised, unaware of his rich and powerful father, he embraces all his children regardless of his relationships with their mothers. There are so many other LGBTQ characters in the series, so this is a groundbreaking horror show for the community. Every episode is named and themed after popular short horror stories by Edgar Allan Poe, but is retold with modern twists. Roderick Usher even has a black daughter, Victorine, a scientist who is madly in love with her surgeon girlfriend, Ali. The two work incredibly close together in their clinical trials for advancements in new medications and heart abnormality treatments, but Victorine is willing to stop at nothing to achieve her goals, even medical malpractice. One of the most popular short stories by Edgar Allan Poe is indeed the name of the 5th episode, The Telltale Heart, where a man is driven mad by a sound, a beating heart that only he can hear. I just knew watching this episode, knowing that Victorine, who is a heart surgeon in the series, was going to lose her mind and totally creep me out, and boy was I right. I loved reading the Edgar Allan Poe stories in elementary school, and so I appreciate how they used Victorine and her lover, Ali, in this modern reinterpretation of this iconic story. I also enjoyed Tania Miller in another interesting series on Netflix, Haunting Us, where she plays a matron to a mansion and 2 small children whose parents have both mysteriously died. The new nanny who takes care of the children is slowly exploring her sexuality, but haunted by the guilt of her past mistakes. As the series progresses, it's hard to perceive who's a ghost or who's a real person. After looking into Tania Miller's resume, I realized she also has another starring gay role in the movie Stud Life, a movie I've heard about, but now I definitely have to see. I had no idea that she was starring in that role, so now that's another movie I'm adding to my wish list.